Okay, so today I'm gonna be showing you how to build a $650 PC for budget builds. It's budget build for people who want to get into the PC gaming scene. Even even though I do not recommend buying a PC right now because of the GPU shortage and prices and stuff like that are really high. So if you wait for a couple of months, it might get better, maybe not. And you probably be able to get a lot better stuff for your money. But if you really want to get in right now, here's a good start, and it's a really good build for 1080p. That's the standard resolution for PC gaming. Um, and it can get 60 FPS and ultra settings in almost every game. Almost. The only game that I can't really get 60 FPS in is Elden Ring. For 60 FPS you gotta do medium. And almost 60 FPS and high. Um for the CPU we have the AMD Ryzen 5 5500. It's got a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a boost of 4.2 with 6 cores. It's pretty good for $80, And we got the VTrue 5 as our CPU core, and Noctua NT-H2 as a thermal paste, which means that with this, you probably will be able to overclock it if you want it. And then for our motherboard, we got the MSI B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. This motherboard's really good for its price. It's $100, and it's an AM4 motherboard. It's got one PCIe X16 slots and two X1 slots, and it's got built-in Wi-Fi 5. But I recommend running it with Ethernet since that'll just run faster than the Wi-Fi. So you can get more speed in like downloads or if you want to play competitive games. And it's got 32 gigs of DDR4, 320 megahertz, G Skill Rip Jaws RAM. Very good. 32 gigs, that's really all you need, especially for a budget system like this. 32 is really good. And then we got for our storage, we got a Team Group MP33, 512 gigabyte. So you got half a terabyte for your storage. It's pretty good. Unless you're getting like really big games, you probably want to spend I think it's $20 or $17 more for the 1 terabyte version. And that's double the storage. Like, I have 1 terabyte in my build. A lot of people might say that's so little, but I don't have any big games whatsoever, and I've only used like 300 terabytes with a bunch of software. So, and it's pretty good for a budget build. So, yeah. And for our graphics card, we have the AMD Radeon RX 6600, 8 gigabyte. It's really good for its price. It's $220 on Newegg. It's currently $70 off. I tried not to include any deals in this build, but I just had to on the graphics card because the GPU shortage, and that's the only really reasonably priced graphics card for this price. Really, for any price, it's like really good for the value. And then we have the Montech Air 100 ARGB Micro ATX mid-tower case. It's got 4 built-in fans, pre-installed fans with the case, and for $70. So you don't even have to install your fans. I think you'd probably just have to hook them up to the power supply. And then for our power supply, we have the MSI Mag A550BN 550 watt. It's a bronze certified ATX power supply, and it's really the best one for budget builds. Just because it's pretty good for $60. 550 watts is pretty good. And the total comes out to $660. I was aiming for $650, $650 bill, but it's $660, just because of the, computer part prices these days, and the GPU shortage and everything else. It's crazy. You just gotta, but I'm just telling you, I don't have this system. I didn't actually build it. I'm sure that everything fits. But I had to do actual tests for, FPS. So I just have an FPS calculator, that I did. It gets and I'll probably link it down below. It gets 70 FPS in ultra settings on Skyrim, not modded, of course. And then 60 FPS in Red Dead 2, 83 FPS in Cyberpunk 2027, 110 GTA 5, 74 in God of War Ragnarok, 64 in Kingdom Come Deliverance, 68 FPS in Dark Souls 2 on ultra settings. Dark Souls 3 gets 72 FPS in ultra settings. And this is the only thing that it kind of struggles in is Elden Ring. It gets 47 FPS in ultra settings, 56 in high settings, and 65 at medium settings. So the only really big AAA game that you can't really play on ultra settings without getting less than 60 FPS is Elden Ring. And it gets 87 FPS in Assassin's Creed Origins and 87 FPS in The Elder Scrolls Online. And I think that's pretty good, because that's like all the games that you probably mostly want to play these days. And if that's not good enough for you, you shouldn't be buying a computer right now. And because prices are crazy. The only thing that you have to, it is not come with an OS. You can do whatever you want with that, like Linux or Windows, But the only thing to be wary of is you need to upgrade the BIOS. See, right here, the MSI B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi Micro ATX M4 motherboard supports the AMD Ryzen 55600 processor with BIOS version 7C95V2A. The motherboard is using an older BIOS version. Updating the BIOS will be necessary to support the CPU. So you probably need to upgrade the BIOS. Update the BIOS to have this PC up and running. Other than that, if you know how to build a PC, or if you don't, you can check out some tutorials. This PC is pretty good for its price. Really good, I'd say. Be it, 74 FPS, 70 FPS in Skyrim, well, with no mods, of course. In 1080p, that's pretty good. Has everything you need, and you can upgrade a bit later. It's just, and it has 4 RAM slots. So if you get you can get another 32 pair of G-Skill Ripjaws RAM if you want to get 64, but I think you'd be fine with 32 gigs. And then the AMD Ryzen 5500, it's going to pair with a lot of 1080p GPUs, so once the graphics card shortage ends, hopefully soon, if you want to, you can probably upgrade that graphics card if you want it for extra performance. So that's a really good first build, and I'm glad that you joined and you watch this guide. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time in my next PC build cart list video.